to ask loaded questions on things that I've already answered, and you are doing so in such a gay tone of voice.
I'm calling out Satan. Proxy, you fucking whore.
Advice be like a crazy bitch in her 30s who's on methadone and totally just whacked out?
My advice, and I've said it many times, I will say it again because it applies even more here. My advice is full insemination.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother, can you keep them in the dark for life from the watching world? Oh, mother, father, gonna take your daughter out tonight. Gonna show her my whole world. Oh, father, not about to see you lie. But if you wanna find hell with me, I can show you what it's like. Till you're bleeding, not about to see your life. And if you wanna find hell with me, I can show you what it's like. Hear my words, chat. Tell your children not to hold my hand. Tell your children not to understand. Oh, mother. Father, do you want to bang heads with me? Do you want to feel everything? Oh, not about to see your light. If you want to find hell with me, I can show you what it's like. Till you're bleeding, not about to see your light. If you want to find hell with me, I can show you what it's like. This song goes out to all the mothers, all the fathers, all the chatters. I'm not about to see your light. But if you want to find hell with me, I can show you what it's like. Till can show you what it's like. Do as I say, not as I do, chat. It's been a month of lessons. So we're going to be changing it up a lot. We're cleaning it up. No more Ruby TMZ. No, thank you. Other people, please. Anyone else? Anyone else out there? Welcome to episode 9 of season 2 of Celebrity Sunday. I'm coming at you live from Rubyland, and we are nice and cozy on this crisp fall day. And I've been fairly inactive this week, laying low for a multitude of reasons. Also, that was more of a vocal, showing off my guitar skills kind of performance, because I do have a shoulder injury situation. I'm glad I'm your favorite lol cow. I love to make people laugh. Okay. I disagree with Danzig. I would love to see your light, and I do not want you to find hell with me. Okay. I was being hyperbolic, sarcastic, but I actually have been reading the Bible and just trying to really rinse my soul out. Rinse my fucking soul out. It's just been a lot. So hopefully we're going to be entering a new chapter of less focus on my petty interpersonal never-ending drama. I think that culminated in what we all saw last week. And I think that's a good time to make a very clean break. This is shit. Danzig sucked. Misfits. Whoa. I mean, Misfits with Danzig was peak. That's the one good Danzig song. Come on, people. And it hasn't been a couple weeks. I have done Celebrity Sunday. I just took down a lot of episodes just because I don't want to complicate anything with certain personal matters that I'm tending to that are very expensive to tend to. So I really do have to clean it up. Danzig was okay. They were pretty funny. Can't stand the Misfits for whatever reason. Sam Hand is more listenable. I mean, everyone knows I love the Misfits with Danzig only, and never got into Michael Graves. Green Hell's a great song. They have many, many, many great songs. That's why I frequently play them. But that song resonated with me because, yeah, mother, tell your children not to walk my way. And I think that's a lot of my life is a cautionary tale, you know, of mental illness, addiction, poor choices, you know, what can happen when you hang out with the wrong crowd? Okay. What if you are the wrong crowd? Let's isolate. Okay. I'm going back to the shut-in thing. I've been focusing on my IRL. I've been focusing on the bookstore, but I'm still here, and I've been doing lives. I've just been taking them down mostly. I left a couple get ready with me's up. And also I haven't taken a break. When have I taken a break, people? I don't think it's happened. And I think if this month has shown us anything, it's that maybe it's time for a fucking break. You know what I mean? But I can't really fully break. So for me, that'll just be, Celebrity Sunday, and then probably just get ready with me streams and whatever else I can squeeze in. But I'm going to be working at the bookstore a bit more. And Justin, you're absolutely welcome to come on the panel later. I'm going to start off just reviewing a few things. And then I also want to tighten the ship up with the panel. I do have a topic for the day, which is going to be addiction and streaming. And we're going to jump off into that from Jack Doherty, who is a very popular YouTuber and kick streamer who's known for doing kind of like viral stunts. I actually made an infographic on him, but that's going to be the first thing we cover. But I just wanted to say hello to chat first. Should I have chats on Sid? Why do I always drop my cigarette? Also, this guitar is broken to hell. I haven't used it in ages. It's missing strings. I still play my acoustic from time to time. Whoa, where is the cigarette? How do I do this? It's actually crazy. Oh, that's nice, Justin. But yeah. I thought I set up some blocked words in the chat, but apparently that's not working. Give your heart a break. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me, honestly, but I'm obviously emotionally dysregulated, and it's something
I genuinely want to resolve in my life because I'm going to be taking on more responsibilities. And I feel like in a lot of ways, like, I don't know, in a lot of ways, live streaming and YouTube, it's been a healthy, like, distracting outlet. And even the chaos of it, maybe it just takes that much degenerate chaos to keep my eyes off the drugs for a while. You know, I think there's a case to be made that it's not totally bad, but holy shit, I can just see, especially with younger people who are more in the throes of their addiction, people just destroying themselves and destroying tons of like young people along the way by glamorizing drug abuse, by glamorizing degeneracy, by glamorizing all kinds of fucked up shit. When you have more influence than your, you know, like president on the young people in a lot of ways, like, holy shit. I'm sure, dude, Montero, people, I would like to make it a couple hours today. So anyone who's trying to trigger me will actually just get timed out. I don't care. I need a hug box today, okay? I'm very tired and I'm just going to try to focus. What's up, Jody? What's up, King? Are you unfurious again? Yeah, I think it's a great topic. That's my joke. You can't steal that from me without giving credit. That was one of my more viral tweets that I've done too. But I think I said I'm a 4. Oh wait, no. Oh, maybe I did say a 5 on Tinder, but a 9 in the NA meetings. Yeah. Have you been to an NA meeting? Wait, why am I doing Celebrity Sunday? I should just go get my hug box at the local NA meeting. There I can trauma dump, yap. And all the hot bitches will come comfort me. They'll exchange numbers. And yeah, that sounds fine for me. So yeah, keep it together, people. Or we're gonna have a shorter thing and I'm gonna go get my validation elsewhere. Okay? Get fired. Unfortunately, that dude, dude, you just triggered me with that because it's like just remembering just the sick predatory drug dealing practices. And one of them, I've seen dealers like at meetings. Like, how fucked is that? Also, I think maybe I am like PMSing. Maybe I'm fucking female. People. Maybe I'm fucking female. Holy shit. Who gives a fuck? Stevie, thank you for the $2. Welcome. Love the hair and sweater. Thank you. Ruby, are you lesson? Here's some new things, people, okay? I'm not talking about any legal issues or people who I'm having legal issues with. I'm not talking about any of that. Dead ass, just not. So if you try to talk about that, you're just going to get banned. It's just not advised. What else? Yeah, I'm not commenting or really putting much of my personal life onto the channel anymore. It was fun for a while, but it's just gotten to the point that it's impacted my family, and that's just way beyond the pale of what's acceptable to me in my life at this point. So that needs to be immediately resolved, and it is behind the scenes. Okay, trust me, it is. But yeah, it's been a crazy month, and then Naptown dropped the edit, and it was obviously there was a lot of entertaining points. I always enjoy their edits, but it's hard watching parts like about my family and like just, you know, stuff like that just thrown in there like for the yucks. It's like, I don't know. It's not my favorite experience, but there was also a lot of funny stuff and a lot of stuff that's otherwise would have been lost forever because I think I took down a lot of streams. I don't know. I don't know what's up. I took down like hundreds of live streams though. But I know they're all archived. The thing I'm concerned about is how I'm presenting what my personal channel says about myself, what I'm putting out to the world. I need to be 1000% more thoughtful about that. So I would like to refocus on my interests that aren't just never-ending race to the bottom, disgusting interpersonal drama with disgusting people. All right, I'm going to be just timing out anyone that talks about that at all. It's just going to be timed out. So you can be the first example of that. Don't dox my relatives any more than they've already been doxed, you fucking idiots. Like, what is wrong? I have a chat of I don't know what's happened, people, but we need to get it together or get out, okay? Get it together or get out. Ruby, let's concentrate on the other bullshit, not our own. Exactly. Exactly. And there's plenty of other bullshit going on. So that's actually a great segue into Jack Doherty, who was recently arrested in Miami for possession. And I didn't realize how incredibly fucking popular he is. But I made this little infographic of things I did learn through searching about him. 15 million subs on YouTube, and he's known for doing like prank videos, controversial stunts. And I'll show an example of one of those in a minute because it made me want to die. It made me want to die when I watched it. He's only 22 fucking years old. He looks like a long toddler, okay? He looks like Charlie Kirk's long toddler, okay? But yeah, he was arrested Saturday night, and that's been definitely making waves in the drama world. I got that alert from Drama Alert, and I've made many infographics. So we're going to be getting into the Jack Doherty thing, but first, let's do a little spiritual rinse. I found these quotes. They're from a Russian author. I forget his name. He's a more recent. He's a living author. But it says, in keeping silent about evil, in burying it so deep within us that no sign of it appears on the surface. Actually, maybe someone in chat can do it because I forgot to include it in here. Oops. In keeping silent about evil and burying it so deep within us that no sign of it appears on the surface, we are implanting it, and it will rise up 1,000-fold in the future. And that's why a lot of people who are the most evil, the most wretched people have this delusion that they're actually the best people, the greatest people, you know, because you have to be able to reflect. And if you're overly attached to an image of yourself or persona that you're some perfectly moral person, you're just going to reject anything that is critical of that. When we neither punish nor reproach evildoers, we are not simply protecting their trivial old age. We are thereby ripping the foundations of justice from beneath new generations. And then another one was, if there were evil people somewhat insidiously committing evil deeds and it were necessary only to separate them from the rest of us and destroy them. And that I think is incredibly valuable because a lot of people get hung up on like projecting all of their insecurity or moral issues onto other people and making it this idea that you can just like, oh, if we just got rid of them, like anyone who you hear, if they're ranting about them and they're not being really damn specific, I assure you they're fucking insane. But the line dividing good and evil cuts through the heart of every human being. And I feel this very much myself, and it's not always entirely clear which way to go. So I've just been reading the Bible and praying a lot, honestly, to try to enlighten that. And who is willing to destroy a piece of his own heart? I thought that was kind of bars, but let's get into the slop. Yes, thank you. I feel like there's quotes similar to that have been accredited to different people, but I really liked his phrasing of it. You know, there's a lot of people who've said like there's a fine line between good and evil down to every human's heart. I don't even know how to say it. I'm not going to try, but that's the author. And they're a more modern Russian author who's influenced by the greats like Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, and other authors of that nature. The Russians are just really good at encapsulating existential despair and self-reflection, in my opinion. What's up, Grim? We got Distinction, Quad. What's up, chat? Southwest. The Russian author's best. Yes, exactly. And I appreciate South to West, even though we may disagree on certain people. I do appreciate that you always show interest in the content that's more around like the books I read and stuff that other people aren't necessarily as into. But I would like to segue more into that so I can keep fostering my more rewarding interests instead of just suck the life out of you drama. You know, it's just I would rather work at the bookstore forever than do that for money or for any other reason, honestly. So hopefully we can find a nice balance. Where is D-Dog? D-Dog is in North Carolina. You know, we're speaking right now, but obviously it's a very chaotic relationship. Anyway, Can we get to the sauce before you get some videos on stream and then ruin the Sunday evening? Yes. Don't worry. We have plenty of time. We're not even 20 minutes in. I'm doing my preamble. Okay. Jeez. So yeah, Jack Doherty arrested. Books, quotes. Let's just get into it, people. So this is a 1 minute news piece. And then I thought it was hilarious because I just looked up this kid, just like curious to see what any of his content was like. And it made me so much just like want to die. So I thought maybe we could watch that together and see if anyone else feels that or what, because it's
Miami Beach Commissioner
very
took
wild.
social media
Let me know if the volume's okay.
to call out a social media influencer.
Commissioner Joseph Magazine not happy with how the 22-year-old professional prankster treated Miami Beach police. Everywhere Jack Doherty goes, cameras are sure to follow.
You want to go with him?
I just want to
Wanna
say,
start off
I
now? Okay.
assure you that this kid's brain is scrambled. These are some of your most formative, influential years of like young adulthood, where you're really cementing your personality, your values, your work ethic, you know, and normally people would be going out and experiencing their first jobs, their first failures, their first relationships. But to just be instantly rewarded for bad behavior 24/7 as a career and make millions of dollars doing it, it's a new thing. I find it wild. I mean, there's always been like sideshow acts and stuff, but it's never been on this scale or this accessible to just destroy yourself for content and for money.
Now.
Maybe I'm being
But
dramatic.
shortly
Maybe it's
after
just
3
done
a.m.
this.
Saturday morning, Miami Beach police say Doherty and his followers went too far. The department saying he deliberately positioned himself in the middle of Washington Avenue, in the heart of the entertainment district, and then repeatedly refused to follow officers' commands. After cuffing him, you can see in this police body cam video how an officer searched him. After discovering a wad of cash, they found a single pill. Miami Beach
Triggered,
PD
I
says
want it.
it is
I
consistent
don't
with a
want
Schedule
it.
2 amphetamine.
I
They
don't
also found 3 hand-rolled
want that.
suspected cannabis cigarettes.
But I went through a big phase of abusing amphetamines. As many know, I struggle with like organizing and keeping clean. I was even prescribed Vyvanse, but I just couldn't, regulate it myself because I would want to binge out on it, stay up for days, and it can really mess up your head. I would have like hallucinations and think that I was being, spied on and all kinds of wacky stuff. So don't downplay the effects of these chemicals. Even being prescribed it, it's not a cure really, because it's one of those, any fast acting medication like that, it almost always has a downside. Like every high comes with a lower low, a lower low, a lower low. That's been my experience, but I also respect if they have helped a lot of people. Not everyone's a crazy, can't regulate anything person like me. So yeah, that's my but oh man, I used to, and they were like gold because they're, well, whatever. I don't need to yap about drugs. We're cleaning it up. Okay.
Now he faces drug and resisting arrest charges. All of this prompting an immediate response from Commissioner Joseph Magazine on Instagram. He called Doherty a little expletive and went on to say, "You will respect our men and women in blue."
Boom. Based.
Again, Doherty has more than 28 million followers.
Another thing, these kids, wow, I'm old. I'm just old. I'm not even going to go on that tangent because I may as well just tell you that I'm very old and just let's move on to the next clip. And then I want to watch some other clips and then we're going to come back to Jack Doherty because I think it'll be interesting to talk about like him and other people who do live streaming but also have active addictions and how those things like interact with each other. I think it's interesting, and I think a lot of people in this sector, probably have witnessed that and probably have all different kinds of thoughts on it. So this is with the Island Boy. Like, imagine your son is an island boy. It's shocking. And these are the people who end up with a lot of regrets in life, you know? I have some regret over my tattoos, and thank God they're not all over my face, you know, like, but I know what it's like when you're young, you feel invincible, you think you're gonna die young, you think that's fucking cool, like, you really, there's something there, I don't know, there's definitely some kind of like, I don't know, demonic influence that can like glamorize drug use, death, despair, and make it repackaged as something appealing. Like it's, yeah, like it. I don't know. I think most people know what I'm talking about. I was a very impressionable young person, so I definitely was into all that. Oops, my phone.
Oh, dude, what is your I didn't mean to hit you in the head. Wait, no, she has stuff in their card that is mine. You put it in there. No.
Yay, let's go harass the public. I'm a millionaire who's paid to make other people have a worse day. Let's go harass the general public who's going to be paying for their long-term incarceration bills. I find it wild.
Oh, no. Come on, you want to race, motherfucker? Right here.
We're leaving.
Josh,
you're live on Party, right, Josh?
Yep.
Woo!
Also, this kid, dude.
Hey, so Josh, they think that I wasn't treating you
like,
right.
I think it's good to include people with disabilities in like life and not like make it so they can't like be online or try to be streamers or whatever. But holy shit, this seems like such a bad situation with that guy. World of T-shirts. He's severely autistic and like, yeah, if you want to see something crazy, trigger an autistic meltdown. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's just really a dark state of things, and it's crazy.
Are we friends?
Yes.
All right. Well, if you guys want to be his girlfriend, just ask us questions. Me and Josh will be answering questions all night long. Straight up, right, Josh?
I want to go out and have drinks. I'm pre-gaming.
All right. Yo, let's go shopping for Josh.
Also,
clothes.
I really tried to get clothes. Where they go?
Who become on a level, and this is another thing about like online fame and like streaming is it's like once you access any clout or success, it becomes lucrative to lie about that person, to pull up on that person, to, you know, inherently you start, you know, once you're at that level of fame to become paranoid. You don't trust anyone. You don't have friends that are based on common interest in each other's well-being, long-term good. It's about common business interests that are all temporary, all disposable, all interchangeable. It's
Oh, Josh, look, brand new. Tag still on it. Can you put them on now?
Very sad. Very sad.
Well, once I finish my drink.
All right, next time when you're done with it, can you not leave it on the floor, though? Because it stains, bro, you know?
Okay.
Whoa. Calm down.
It just
That's
got dark.
Oh my God, that was so loud. Did you hear that too? How are you feeling, Josh?
All right, just hungover.
Josh is still feeling rough from last night, but that's not gonna stop us. Our next idea is insane.
All right, bro, we're getting motherfucking lit. I'm
Also got new shirt and
Olive
pants at
Fly
the first
Soda right
floor.
here, and we about to control the world and be on top of shit, standing on business.
Some pants that fit.
Is it clocking to you? Is it clocking to you? Is it clocking to you that we're about to go to Target? Standing on business? Is it about to go there with the Island Boy and Josh Block and have a fun, splendid time? Yeah. Is it clocking to you? Is it getting through your thick skull, huh? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it 6-7ing to you, huh? Huh? Yeah, we're about to go to Target and do what? Troll. Let's go, Josh.
Okay, so their plan is to go to Target and troll. I like how the term trolling can cloak any antisocial behavior towards other people ever. Like, trolling just means you're literally going to go fuck with that person or do something intentionally to upset them. But it's okay to hurt them and upset them and do anything if you say it's trolling or it's a joke, you know? It's just trolling. Like, but they're actually just going and terrorizing the public. Like, Burgess. What's up, people? Eric, Allie+Addiction, Candy. More people filing in. Welcome. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do a 4-hour show. Hopefully I don't like get triggered and like rage quit. We'll see. we'll see. I'm not drinking for a while. That obviously made the last month a lot more ridiculous. So we're sticking to weed. I got a new weed pen. I'm high on weed right now. So that's just how it is.
Rip, now you're really stepping out.
Bro, you're fresher than me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, how you get jerked out like that? Bro, you're fresher than me now. I look stupid next to you.
Yeah, let's prank each other.
We're going to Spinner Man. You can lie down in the car.
We came out here like 5 hours late.
Bro, yeah, you were here for 5 hours as well. And you've been on the couch for 5 hours, bro.
And listen, Josh, you better figure it out very quick. Come on. Leave me
Wait.
alone.
We're not even going to watch this whole thing. You get the gist of it. Oh, wait, let me just... Let's do what trolling is. Let's see what they do.
The Island Boys started looking for someone to troll.
Come over here real quick. Don't be a bad driver.
I need 5 people. Hold on. I only see that one woman. I need someone with a cart.
A cart? Why?
Because my troll. This is the emptiest Target I've ever been in.
Right? There's not much going on here.
Oh, dude, where's your
I didn't mean to hit you in the head, Johnny boy. The odds of me hitting you in the head are very low, like from back there. I'm sorry, you mad at me?
Sorry, no.
Yeah, it's just your hair I got, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got his hair. You're getting protection, you know?
After a little searching, the Island Boy locked in on his first victim.
What's this guy doing?
First victim.
What do you mean?
These are yours?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my cart.
That's also like, people don't understand how it's actually quite scary to have some demonic psycho who looks like that walk up to you and do anything near you. Because you're like, is he about to rob me? Like, what are we doing right now? I would legit be a little unsettled. I mean, it's a little funny though. But it's just not okay. It's not okay to do.
Oh, shit, we're caught.
I gotta do my job too.
All right, bet.
Dude, they're so yikes. How many fucking streamers do they have to kick out for this shit? Like they already know how to just move it along. They don't even give a fuck anymore. They're just like, I get it. Your job is to terrorize me at my job, but my job would like me to ask you to leave. So fair. Terms only lost all online meetings since the early updates. This is just be annoying to people IRL for content. Yeah, and even just online, like trolling, it's like, you know, it's just an excuse to be cruel to random people, and specifically anyone who's already showing signs of having like a mental health issue or being somehow vulnerable. People, it's like sharks who smell blood, and like the vulnerabilities and ability to just like push and push and push someone. And there's people who want to push it all the way, you know? And yeah, it's just dark. It's just dark.
Yeah, can we buy something first? All right, bet. We're in the stack session. You can't.
Dude, yeah, he's like, oh, well, he's probably also being nice because he's like, probably knows who that is. But anyway, we're not really just gonna be watching this. That was fun for a short amount of time, but I'm more interested in our next topic, and I believe I made an infographic for this too. But we're gonna come back to this, and then I also made a list that I was going to turn into an infographic, but I ran out of time. So this is just a rough draft brainstorming of things that I think about when live streamers are also addicts and whatnot. So keep that in the back of your mind for when I open up the panel in like an hour or so. Anyway, Destiny and Lauren Delaguna. Lauren Delaguna has been on the show. She was on like a couple, I don't know, maybe like 2 months ago or something, because she had some drama with Action Man, and I had covered it and kind of just went with Action Man's side without looking too much into her side. So I didn't want to do that again. And I did invite her on. I tweeted her a little bit before the show. So Lauren, if you see this, you're more than welcome to come on, and I'd like to hear your side. But as of right now, we just have Destiny's side. Well, and also on Twitter, they've been going back and forth. So there's a lot of context we can pick up there too. But I'm not sure who is responsible for this interaction, or if it was just they're both at a similar event or something, but they ended up running into each other in person. And apparently Lauren went up and started filming him, so he started filming her, and this got posted. But we're going to watch that video in just a second. But this is some context for the people who don't know their backstory. So Lauren is a conservative lawyer, content creator who used to orbit Destiny until things went south because they started hooking up. And basically that, they ended up breaking up, or like, I don't know if they were dating or if it was just a hookup thing. There's a lot of conflicting stories there. He said she's crazy. She says he's a psychopath, a liar. I mean, we do know that he is a psychopath and a liar. I would believe that's true. Lauren, I think, could have a pinch of crazy, but like, I think that Destiny is incredibly reckless for how he goes after her, considering his much larger audience, and that, I don't know, it seems like he's just all too ready to like use that platform to, kind of send his people at her, even if he's not sending them intentionally, just drawing attention to it, mocking her. Like, I'm pretty sure he's the one who added her because she added Jack Doherty's. That's actually how these connect. I don't know if I have a pic of her tweet, but I can pull it up. But yeah, Jack Doherty got arrested, and then she tweeted her lawyer info, and then Destiny started going at that, and then they had that interaction to it. But let's go to that clip now. What's up, Paro? Lauren? Oh, Paro. No, no, we respect Lauren. We respect women. We're going to raise the bar. I'm an aspiring normie. I don't know where my little banner is, but that's what I am. That's where we're headed. All right, we're cleaning it up. But Paro, you're always welcome. Just don't insult our fellow celebrities who I would like to have back on the show. So, Destiny is pandering to the predator archetype. I think he pretends not to know what he's getting into, or that these girls think they're getting something else. He thinks as long as he has plausible deniability, he can like probably lead them on and get away with it and make them look crazy. I do know that he's like, he'll delete messages. I saw that happen once. That's why made me think, like, I wonder why. It seems like they're ready to clean up interactions if they feel like they need to. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to that clip, but it's on Destiny's channel, so obviously it's going to be with his commentary. Lauren, I would love to have you on to hear from you, because I would like to be more fair than the Action Man story. So, yes, Chad, just keep an eye out if she pops up. I would give her the link to pop on.
And at night, I wanted to go out and hang out and drink a little bit on my favorite Austin street on 6th Street. And while I was out with my good Nazi friend, I'll say LS for an abbreviation to keep it anonymous. My other wonderful Lauren friend. Okay, so apparently every single person in Austin, I guess, knows who I am for whatever reason. Okay, so we walk up to some bar, and the guy's like, "Oh, hey, are you Dustin Rivera?" I'm like, "Yeah, hey, what's up?" And then I hear a noise to my left, and I look over to my left, and Lauren Delaguna is just standing there, like, fucking cracked out. Her eyes are like, I'm like, what the fuck? With her little phone out, like she's recording me. And then I see the other Lauren is gone running the other way. Because like, okay, this is fucking crazy. And then Lauren Delaguna 180s and starts running after her with her little phone out. And then I'm looking at and I just have no idea what the fuck is happening. I look back at the I don't know if you would call him like the bouncer or whatever else. And he's like, do you know that woman or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, the crazy one. And he's like, yeah, apparently he says she's trying to make it as like a stand-up comedian.
Wait,
here now or something. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Yeah. So then
tabs open. Kevin, do you have any receipts for that? Because I don't know. I haven't ever seen any indication of that to be true, but we've been friendly online. We've had some private conversations. We've been on a couple streams together. But I don't know her. I wouldn't say I know her like extremely well, but I know her well enough that I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt when possible. So I'll say that. you can't believe anything she says. No way. She's a 2 minutes from. Oh, dude, King, you are silly. You're silly to me. You're so. Let me go back.
Start walking that way because I don't know where all the Laurens have run off to. And then eventually Lauren Delaguna, turns around and starts walking back to me.
Medicine.
And then she starts with her phone out. She's like accusing me of stalking her and just doing like following her and patrolling the streets looking for her. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why you're here. I didn't even know you lived here or were traveling here, whatever. And then, yeah, so that was this. I think I take my phone out. I take a few selfies because apparently she's recording the whole thing. So I don't know if she's planning on like saying some like crazy shit about our interaction. So obviously I'm going to start recording it too. I'm like, okay. And then I think we chat for a little bit. I think I make fun of her a little bit. And that was my, yeah, Jesus Christ. I think somebody might have the link to her Instagram story. I don't know if anybody has it.
This is my best friend, Lauren Delaguna. How you doing?
You came to Texas to bother me.
I literally am gang stalking her right now. I am gang stalking this wonderful lady.
I work here.
You work here?
I work here.
Do you have anything you would like to say to the audience?
Yeah, you're a freak. You're fucking weird.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
Yeah,
Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for.
Why hasn't she released her point of view? My guess is she was hoping either me or Lauren would say or do something crazy, I guess. I don't know. But nothing happened. So I think she made a few streams talking about it.
For stalking me. You're a one-man, this is a one-man gang stalker army right now, okay? So thanks for hanging out.
And you just keep making Texas as to why I need to be deposed.
Really? Are we recording each other now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How are you doing? How's life in Texas?
I'm gonna go to my boss.
Okay, be careful. Say bye. I'll see you around.
I don't know what you got back. Why are you following me?
Because I'm bored and I gang stalk in real life.
You're fucking freak.
Okay, so
You're a
that's
pedophile.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's like what he's doing isn't like, if he believes her to be this like totally unstable person, he shouldn't be further antagonizing her. He should be de-escalating. So I don't know, but I don't know the real story of what was happening. I don't know that it seems plausible that he's, stalking her, but did he maybe think it was funny to go to a comedy club she was performing at? That, I believe, is kind of what her story would be. But like I said, I haven't communicated to either of them about it, so I don't know the full story. But I do think he's wrong for being antagonistic to her.
Since you deposed or subpoenaed her, you must have known that she lives in.
Oops, I just exited out. Oops. Wait, can I just recently close tab? Boom, baby. Okay. I set up so many fucking tabs because I was trying to be prepared.
He's being accused of knowing all along.
Wait, no, it's this one.
But
And then at night, I wanted to go out and hang out and drink a little bit on my favorite Austin street on 6th Street.
Fast forward. Sorry.
And while I was stalking her and just doing like following her and patrolling the streets looking for her. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why you're here. I didn't even know you lived here or were traveling here, whatever. And then, yeah, so that was this. I think I take my phone out. I take a few selfies because apparently she's recording the whole thing. So I don't know if she's planning on like saying some like crazy shit about our interaction. So obviously I'm going to start recording it too. I'm like, okay. And then I think we chat for a little bit. I think I make fun of her a little bit. And that was my, yeah, Jesus Christ. I think somebody might have the link to her Instagram story. I don't know if anybody has it.
This is my best friend, Lauren Delaguna. How you doing?
You came to Texas to bother me.
I literally am gang stalking her right now. I am gang stalking this wonderful lady.
I work here.
You work here?
I work here.
Do you have anything you...
Thing is, he must like... Why even... Like, if he's like, oh shit, she's like filming me, this is weird. I totally get him filming too, but why prolong it with the continued interaction? And I know I'm a hypocrite because I obviously have handled people pulling up on me poorly, but I don't know that anyone pulled up on anyone here. I still don't really know the full memo on that.
Like to say to the audience?
Yeah, you're a freak. You're fucking weird.
Okay, cool. Anything else? Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for.
Why hasn't she released her point of view? My guess is she was hoping either me or Lauren would say or do something crazy, I guess. I don't know. But nothing happened. So I think she made a few streams talking about it.
You're stalking me. You're a one-man. This is a one-man gang stalker army right now, okay? So thanks for hanging out.
And you just keep making access. As to why I need to be close.
So really? Are we recording each other now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How are you doing? How's life in Texas?
I'm gonna go to my boss.
Okay, be careful. Say bye.
He's doing like a bit and taking this. He's playing with. He's like a predator playing with his prey.
You're fucking.
Am I right? Am I too like?
Yeah.
Am I too biased?
Since you deposed or subpoenaed her, you must have known that she lives in Texas. I don't think she ever got subpoenaed in Texas. I'm pretty sure she got subpoenaed in Florida, because I think she complains about getting subpoenaed later on in Florida. How drunk were you in this clip? I was pretty drunk at this point. I was pretty toasted.
Okay,
I almost thought I had like a 1 second freak out moment. I'm like, am I hallucinating right now? Because I had no idea why the fuck this person just run up to me. Like, how is she here?
You're a fucking freak. You're a pedophile.
Yeah.
You're sad. You look sad.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chat. This may be inappropriate to do ones or twos, but ones in the chat if you think it's PDF. That he did have a video of that girl who was 17. Totally fucked. But I don't know if PDF, it's like, I don't know. Ones, if you think that's PDF, he's a pedophile. Like, you should just call him that. Twos, if you think it's totally creepy, but maybe not that. But I don't know. It's terrible regardless. I think Destiny is predatory. I think he's taken advantage of fans and mentally ill women. I think he knows more than he lets on of that, and he knows how to play innocent. I think he is quite manipulative. But I don't know. Like, being attracted to a prepubescent kid is very different than someone who's almost 18. Is it? Did I make it 2? So far, we got a 2.
True.
I mean, Rose.
True. Queen.
And there she goes.
Stay safe. Be careful.
Okay. That didn't answer the question, but go off, Queen. What didn't answer what question? Why would I know that she lives in Texas? I have no idea that she lives in Texas. Why would I know this? Also, I'm on 6th Street. This is like the most popular street in Austin. So I don't know what you're implying that I would go. Am I just not allowed to go to Austin anymore? What are you talking about? Jesus. Okay.
Tonight.
Apparently she made some video here.
I got a bunch of new follows due to the Destiny drama, so I'm just going to briefly state what happened.
Yeah, definitely.
I was at my job, and Destiny and Lauren Southern showed up where I was working tonight.
I don't know what she means by show up where she was working.
Oh shit!
I don't know where
Lauren
she works.
Southern,
Some people said she worked at like the
no.
mothership. Maybe we were just going to bars. I don't think she was working at the bar we were going to.
Oh my god!
Because she literally, you can see she runs across the street afterwards to go to her boss or whatever. I don't know where she works. We were just going to bars, but
and just like we're patrolling the area that I work.
Patrolling.
We're patrolling the area that I work. I moved from Florida to Texas to get away from Destiny.
You moved states to? I don't even talk. I haven't seen this person for. I want to say over a year. What do you mean get away from me? What?
When I was a public defender in Florida, he sent attorneys to my place of work to send me a subpoena. He had my ability to do it at home. He had multiple different ways to do it, but he decided to disrupt me at work.
To receive a subpoena? Are you okay? Destiny, so do you think she stalked you all the way through? No. My guess is she probably just saw me and probably Lauren and was excited to try to get some crazy video. That's my guess. I seriously, because I don't know how she would have even known I was there. There's no way she was like, no, I'm pretty sure she must have just seen us and wanted to run up and get a video. That's my guess.
And now he's doing that again. He's telling me that he's going to like ruin my career and that my
Good.
life is over.
That's a good
and that I'm
instinct,
and
no.
like
Okay.
I haven't done anything to
He's
this man.
not-
I'm not
not
Pixie's
anyone
attorney. He lied about that. He's filed bar complaints. He's tried to get me stripped of my license. I haven't done anything to this man.
Right?
She is very particular about the
But
things
it's
she
also
says for a
like
very
that's
particular
the
reason.
plausible deniability that other people use, you know. So it's like there are people who are that manipulative and cunning and like just constantly looking to do weird shit to other people. Shit, I just exited out again. Sorry, I just got a new weed pen and it works. It's a nice weed pen. It's a hybrid by this company called Match, and it's quite inexpensive. We're going to be watching this. The Destiny thing is almost over, and then I want to watch some of this because Dasha, who's worked on shows like, I believe she was on Arrested Development or a similar show like that, but she has had like a decent acting career and she's had a lot of success, and she's totally getting canceled. She was dropped by her talent agency, and it's for having Nick Fuentes on the show. And I get that. I get the why Nick Fuentes is radioactive to people. I don't think it should be okay to like cancel people for interacting with someone that is radioactive. Let that person be radioactive. You don't have to have them on, but like I don't like cancellation by association, and I don't like anything that is against my sweet Dasha. So anyway, let me go back to the Destiny thing. Ow. Sorry, I'm such a baby about my arm. I need to get it checked out. This is almost done. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Here we go.
This is my
Oh, wait,
best
no,
friend.
this isn't it. Here we go.
Reason.
Sorry,
That will come
people.
up in the
Holy
video.
shit.
Other than I dated him and then broke up with him.
We have never dated before.
All this like prep I put into making like all I wanted to have like some timestamps. I wanted to have videos ready to rock. I wanted to, you know, tighten the ship a little. And just having so many tabs, it's making this so much harder. That's why I keep Xing it out. Because each tab is like this big. So and I don't have good motor skills. I'm sorry. King says he's gonna donate a large sum of paper. That would be lit. Yeah, I love any donations are always appreciated. $sign pet cookies. Peter Thiel funded. Dude, he's definite contender for the Antichrist. Who knew having an open Nazi in her channel would be bad? Well, of course they knew it would be risky, but do you think it's justifiable for her to be dropped, fired by her talent agency? Like, that's a huge deal. You could say they can have a reaction to it. They can say that they don't support that. I just think it's... And also, at least from what I've heard, they're mostly talking about like the fentanyl crisis and more just like random topics. And he was like somewhat distancing himself from things he said in the past, but that could be just like totally disingenuous. I don't really follow him that closely. I don't support his views. I don't want ethno states. I don't hate the Jews. Not into that stuff. Not my cup of tea. Like I said earlier, anything that's about getting rid of them, like them and they, like, and referencing these groups of people who are ruining everything. Like, it's almost always wrong. Oh, hey, what's up, Fixie? How are you? Lovely to see you. Yes, I'm quite cozy here in Rubyland. We've got the candles going. We've got the red light. We've got the Lauren De Laguna and Destiny drama. So
she absolutely didn't break up with me. She fawned over me, told me that she loved me, that I was the only guy she'd connected with in years and wanted to date me. And then when I said, I don't think I'm looking to date anybody after Melina, 3 days.
That's sad. Like, I've been heartbroken many a times, and it's just, there's no worse feeling than when you are like spilling your heart to someone and they don't reciprocate, you know? It can be devastating. It opens up like old wounds, and then it can trigger all kinds of, you know, meltdowns and whatnot.
Days later, she decided that she fucking hated me. It's kind of cringe not to go over all the old memes
Now
again,
he's-
but
Oh,
somebody linked this timestamp.
I think this was before she formally asked me out, but like I knew it was coming because she started to get but like this happened like 5 different times, okay? But like this is so
Oh, I took pictures of these. Thank God. Oh yeah, fuck. Because she would send me messages like this, but then she would delete them after. So when I would open Discord, they're like not there.
Cringe and mean. I'm sorry, I was really drunk. I don't know why I told you that. She would do this a lot. Like, oh, I'm drunk. Today's her actual birthday. Message her on Instagram, and then this is one of their friends. I love you so much. I would do anything to make you happy. And then when I open my phone, like these last like 2 messages would be like deleted. And they're like, Jesus Christ. Oh, and then I started because I realized that she was getting like super obsessive. So I was trying to like not hang out with her. So I was like, I do this because this woman is like literally minding herself. Like I can't. This is like, next date on the 29th. Also, when's you too? I'm gonna be out of town on the 29th. That's when my big debate is in New York City. When is my next movie then? Good question. LOL. I'm cramming like crazy the next week and a half. Maybe sometime middle of next month. That's so far. I know. And then between these 2 messages, she sent a message asking me out. She's like, oh, like we should go on, or I want to be your girlfriend or something. But then she deleted it. So I screenshotted this because like deleting messages. And then I said, also, listen, I'm 100% going to remain single for a long time. LOL. I make a focus on work/career stuff. So don't mind yourself getting hung up on me or anything. I don't like anyone else though. And I'm going to be great. I suck now, but I'm going to be licensed and start to practice. You're the only person I've texted with a really long time. Like Jesus, like Jesus Christ. But she.
But yeah.
But those are, just so people know, those are old messages from back when they had like they're falling out over hooking up, and who knows, only they know really truly what happened between them. This is just one sampling of texts. He's even saying that some are deleted, so let's be fair about that.
It was awkward. This should just be like an awkward thing that just remains between 2 people. But for some reason, she just decides to run around publicly saying that we dated for a long time. The last I've heard, she says we dated for 9 months, but like, yeah, anyway, it's just annoying. Whatever. Anyway, that was my.
All right. So that is the Destiny and Lauren Delaguna drama. I also wanted to get into Allie+Addiction and Candace Owens have been going back and forth at each other. And I made little infographics for that as well. Ruby, do you realize every single female would die for being in the place where Lauren is? Destiny's irresistible. True. Look at yes. Why do women love Destiny? I mean, people are impressed and attracted to anyone who's shown that they can create something. They're passionate enough to sustain something. They have some intelligence. They're able to be charismatic. There's a lot of things you could do when you're disadvantaged by being short and ugly to make yourself attractive. So that means no excuses, people. Okay? All right. Up and onward. Let's go to my infographic because I do want to do the open panel. And we're going to make it to at least a few hours, people. Hopelessly desperate to suck. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's something I would support saying, but anyway, let's just get into it. This is my girl. No, this is not my girl. I disavow a lot of what she says and believes. Oh my God, I need to get my little logo out of the way because it's messing up the whole visual. All right. There we go. So she's actually from Connecticut. Or I believe she was born in New York and then she was raised in Stamford, which is just about a 20-30 minute train ride away from me. So her background is she was initially more liberal and became politically active in high school. And she was bullied and did have some kind of like racial harassment lawsuit where she got a sum of money from the school because one of the other schoolmates left a bunch of messages calling her like a hard R and doing some other messed up things. But around 2015, she started shifting to be more conservative. And that's where I came across Candace, was from her, from her YouTube channel from way back in the day. And that reminds me of one of the clips I want to show is from when she did a debate with, let me get this out of the way. She did a debate with Blair White, who I've also been like a fan of. And when I say I'm a fan of these people, it doesn't mean I believe everything they believe or support it at all. I like consuming all different kinds of perspectives and sources of information. So I definitely I just like hearing a lot of different perspectives. Okay. So, and I love a beautiful bitch. So Candace is a beautiful bitch. She started her YouTube channel, and then she caught the eye of Charlie Kirk, and that's how they met. And that'll tie into the feud that she has with Allie Beth Stuckey. It's basically around the investigation into Charlie Kirk's death and the handling of Turning Point USA post Charlie, and things of that nature. So she got involved in Turning Point USA in 2007, toured the country with Charlie Kirk, doing speaking engagement, campus debates. I was following these people around this time because I was in my peak kind of like more leftist phase, being much more like woke, and I followed them to criticize them. I like to keep up and debunk, and I also wanted to be somewhat sharp to engage with my opponents because I had this like fear of getting exposed as like an intellectual fraud among my peers, who were mostly people who who were in college or Yale students, So I had like some insecurity that would force me to kind of hyper focus and try to make sure I could justify like whatever position I had, know the right people to hate or whatever. She's been through a lot of public drama and disagreements and back and forth. She was last year, she was let go from the Daily Wire over disagreements over Israel. But that resulted in her launching her own show, which just last week did reach #1 most popular podcast in the world. And she's a fucking beast. She's created an empire on her own. I see her as almost like an Oprah figure, But like I said, I don't support her political views, like most of them probably. This is Allie Beth Stuckey. I also watch her podcast, which is called Relatable. But she's a Christian conservative commentator, best-selling author, and host of the Relatable podcast. She got married in 2015, and she has 3 kids with her husband, Timothy. And she wrote 2 best-selling books, which I have not read, and I absolutely would like to read, because I think I like a lot of the more cultural critique, as I've gotten further away from identity politics. And I do think that toxic empathy is an issue, and a lot of the more fringe, just like body positive, overly self-acceptance, that can be used to lull you into death, really. This idea that, oh, you're fine, like you're healthy, even though you're on a bunch of drugs and fat. No judgment. Everyone's at a whatever point of their life journey. But she wrote 2 best-selling books, You're Not Enough, LMAO based, and Toxic Empathy. And she met Charlie Kirk because he invited her to speak at Turning Point USA Young Women Leadership Summit, and they were friends and professional collaborators till his death, September 10th, which we all saw, and it was pretty horrifying. And like I've said many times, even though I don't agree with his politics, I felt very impacted just by the brutality of his death and what it means for just the state of political discourse at the moment anyway. So these are 2 very successful women in their field who both were personally close and also professionally close with Charlie Kirk. So this back and forth between them is super messy, and I do feel like Candace is the more reckless party right now, but I also get why Candace doesn't trust the government to investigate this. I get why she has concerns, a lot of people do. So she feels the need to try to use her platform to get people to help investigate, but she's being really reckless by also using her platform to just insinuate people in a murder plot, or actually even Erica Kirk, his wife, was somehow involved or doesn't care. These are really hideous accusations to throw at someone who just recently watched their husband get, murdered. It's so, yeah. I think that Candace has been incredibly reckless and insensitive about it. That's her in high school, by the way. I thought that was a cute little pic. That's her now. All right. Anyway, let me show you the clips that I'm talking about. Okay. I guess we'll start. Allie responds, Candace, how Christians should seek truth.
I'm just really tired of some of y'all not thinking. I really am. You say that you're seeking truth and asking questions, but you're actually just outsourcing your critical thinking and your question asking to someone else, and you're never really asking questions. You're never saying, does that make sense? Or what could be the other side of that story? Or what is the alternative explanation for that? Or are these two things actually connected by evidence? Or does it just sound
Sometimes
compelling?
conservatives
This is not a
succeed. You
Netflix
gotta
series.
give
It's
them their
not an
W's
Agatha
sometimes.
Christie novel. You're not watching a whodunit movie. These are people's real lives. And if you are implicating a real person in a murder plot, you better be 100% sure that it is true and backed by hard evidence.
So I support Allie Beth Stuckey here. I think she's been personally affected by all these people who are real people, real friends and collaborators in her life being implicated, and people who really cared about him being told that they don't really care because they're not handling it how Candace is handling it. It seems a bit psychopathic, but like I said, I also understand Candace's passion, and I would love to believe that it's genuine. And it did lead to her having this #1 podcast now. So that also is a bizarre mix of emotions, I'm sure, because it's like she's investigating her friend's death and it's pulling great numbers, and it's just, I don't know. It's interesting.
Think. Turn on your brain. The thoughts we think and the words we say not only affect.
Yeah, I've had people unfollow me because they said I made him a martyr.
We are responsible for these things.
And now they talk shit about me in every chat, everywhere. Another
I don't even want.
Types. I don't know what the issue is.
I've just been wrestling with this so much over the past few weeks. I don't want the drama. I don't have the time and the energy that it takes to go through to make all of these claims. First is incredible, but then to go through and debunk all of these claims, I don't have that time. I don't have that energy. I don't have that capacity. I don't.
Look, Allie, I just think she should take a break. Like, I genuinely didn't even know she was going through it like this. Like, I don't think we asked her for any assistance.
Yeah, bro. Okay, can we pick up on the bitchy undertones here? Hoo-wee! That to me is like, that was pretty scathing and disingenuous. If she'd had a different tone, I would believe it more, but she disregards everything that Allie said, and just has that like quip like, oh, I didn't realize you were like going through it like this. Like, maybe you should like take a break. Like, and that can be said to people like genuinely, but saying like going through, like, she's trying to make it seem like she's being overly dramatic. And it's like, Candace is passionate about it. Allie has just as much a right to be passionate about it and have her own opinions, in my opinion, too. So, also after this, I want to do the flashback to back when she was debating Blair White on the Dave Rubin show.
At all, actually. I did all the work, and people sent me stuff, and then we put together a timeline. And here's what I want to say, because you're saying it's real life. It was Charlie's real life, Allie. That was Charlie's real life. When you saw him sitting there and he got shot, that was his real life. So I feel like that's the part you're missing, because you're so worried about the surrounding cast of characters who have been literally caught lying. They lied. That's why we're here. Okay, we didn't just randomly pluck people up from obscurity. Okay, these are people who said he had blood on him. He's amazing. He was so amazing, but he walked away from Charlie as he was bleeding out. His real life. That was his real life. Okay, so that's what's on the line right here. Is he's not here anymore.
I've experienced this in my own life. It could be very messy when people are grieving, and it just adds to it when it's like a public figure who knew a lot of people, and a lot of people are grieving in a lot of different ways. And some people get this kind of like indignation that like, and very possessive of their grief, and like, oh, no one knew the person like I knew them, and like you don't, and like starting to go back and forth, and it's very unfortunate, because obviously that's a sensitive time period for anyone who's lost anyone. So to also be fighting with people you should be allying with is quite sad.
Or maybe you're not worried about him, but I am. I'm actually worried, and I want to know what happened to Charlie Kirk. Okay.
So does everyone else.
So I am not, apparently, according to her, worried. I'm not worried about Charlie Kirk. My friend, too, who was shot in the neck, whom you have seen me talk about and reference several times over the past few weeks, and just what that mentorship meant to me, and to hear the implication there.
And that's exactly true. It's the biggest televised U.S. assassination other than like JFK. 100% true. And JFK wasn't filmed from every fucking angle in HD. That's a new one. I think that's why a lot of people were even more impacted. It was just so grotesque and shocking that a lot of people from all different sides of the political spectrum, I think, are valid to, feel shocked and horrified by that. But I've actually genuinely had people unfollow me because I felt sad when Charlie Kirk was murdered. They said that I turned him into a saint, which is I just find it to be so funny because that's like a talking point used at conservatives who are doing that, but I'm not conservative and I'm not doing that. Like, when do I ever have any video anytime I talk about Charlie, I do plenty of throat clearing about how I don't agree with him. And it doesn't matter. People still, but they just want to create an easy straw man to argue with and battle and take that down and then get their little confidence boost for the day that they're right. And it's those people, those bad people, those evil conservatives. If it wasn't for those people, my life
that I don't care. I don't care, she says, about Charlie and about his murder. She cares. Okay. That's what she does. That's how she is. And it just makes me, it really makes me sad. It really makes me sad. Candace on her show, she said, she likes me and the feeling has been mutual for years. I had always had very pleasant interactions with Candace, and that is why thus far I haven't used her name when talking about some of the claims that she's put forth.
Dude,
I actually thought that was a way to help you all think
what
through
will
these
it take for people to understand? Yes, some people are a little more sensitive to cry and be affected by videos and scared. And yeah, I'm sorry. We don't have to imagine it. Okay. I lived it. I get it. All right. It's an involuntary thing that pops out of your eyeball when you have extreme unpleasant emotions, people.
Things without it
I
seeming
know
like I'm
it's
trying
not
to fight
always
with her or
what I
attack
want.
her,
I
because
didn't want
I wasn't.
to
I
have
still don't.
5-hour compilation of me crying about D-Dog. It's involuntary. If it was voluntary, I would have sucked him back in, but here we are.
Want that. But she responded directly to my post, so now I am being more direct as well. And honestly, in hindsight, I probably should have been more direct from the get-go. And I do just want to say that several weeks ago, I had reached out to Candace via Instagram in response to an Instagram message that she had sent me with questions about some of the claims that she was making, and I didn't hear back. And so some people have said, why didn't you reach out? I just want to say that I did. And I've thought a lot about how to do this episode, how to do a response to those that very hurtful implication that I don't care as much and that I don't want to know what's true. I've thought really hard, how do I respond in a way that is actually edifying, that lifts you up and doesn't just tear down and get down in the mud. And CR and I have really been talking about this and praying about this and trying to think about the best approach. And gosh, there's a part of me that does just want to go tit for tat and wants a detailed fact check and all of that. But I just know that will lead to a never ending back and forth. And honestly, y'all, I can't compete with secret sources. Candace has referenced unnamed sources that she has in the government and within Turning Point. And she said that Charlie came to her in a dream. I don't have any of those things. Like, I don't have secret sources.
We gotta
I don't
branch
have
out. It's
secret
another blonde
knowledge.
bitch. Let me
None.
just
Charlie has not come to me in a dream. I don't have any special insight at all. Charlie was my friend. He was a very good one. He gave me lots of wisdom and encouragement and prayer over the years. He championed me when he didn't have to, publicly and privately. And you can go back and you can watch my tribute to him and scroll through my Instagram posts for the past couple of months for more on that. If I were to reveal all of the texts to each other that, we have over the years, you wouldn't find anything juicy, no gossip, no hidden clues, no secret signals. So I just can't, I won't go there. I don't have all of that. So I'm instead going to do 3 things. I am going to give us direction from scripture on what godly truth seeking looks like. And I'm going to analyze the weight of our words. And then I just want to share the arrows with a few of my friends. So first, let's talk about what truth seeking really looks like. What does investigation really look like? Because here's my take. I told you the 2 perspectives of the supporters and the detractors at the beginning. People who think it's just conspiracy, that it's all malicious, that it's all for clicks and money. And then the people who think that, no, this is real investigation. This is real truth seeking. This is what it means to be a friend. And what I think is that truth seeking and true investigation can be a way to be a good friend, and that the truth does matter, that we should be asking questions, that we should be seeking truth, that we shouldn't just accept narratives from the FBI or the media or anyone, and that we should be critical thinkers. And I believe that there are podcasters and independent journalists. I think that there can be just regular, everyday people without a platform who can be extremely good at research and investigation. And we shouldn't dismiss someone just because they don't work for CNN or they don't work for the government or law enforcement or something like that. And I do think that trying
tread
to
lightly,
seek
people.
justice and seek truth is a way to be a good friend.
The
But
era of
I
Dan and
contend
Chet is
that
over.
there is a
Thanks
way
for
to
reminding me
seek
that you
truth that is
exist.
biblical, that is helpful, and that is
And needs to
edifying,
be.
and a way that is not any of those things. So we need to look to
Bro,
scripture to show us an example of what truth
Chet,
seeking really.
he's either trolling, joking around, or a psychopath, and there's nothing you can really do to change that. So, and I'm sorry, Kitchenman Dan, you're just a troll from the Thorposphere that I don't think I need to have as a barnacle on my dick. So move along, bitch.
Looks like. And so first, let's answer that question. Like, what is investigation? What is truth seeking? And the first thing that came to mind to me is the Bereans. In Acts 17, we read about this group of people, this group of Jewish people called the Bereans. In verse 10 of chapter 7.
All right, I'll say one more thing about the chat drama. Even though I'm covering this, I'm going through it, and then it'll be over, okay? Go, literally, I'm sure there are other things to watch. If you need to go watch, some Jack Doherty or something more your speed distinction, some Jeremy, maybe a seagull fight or something. I don't know, man. But okay, either trolling or some people, they don't really have theory of mind for others, and they really can't comprehend that other people aren't just having their exact experience. And so if they are personally not moved by something and someone else is, that means the other person's lying, instead of accepting that some people are moved by things and some people aren't. It's usually people go through that during individuation and early childhood, but there are people who don't. So let's be cognizant of the IQ impaired
team. We read, the brothers immediately sent Paul and Silas away by night to Berea. And when they arrived, they went into the Jewish synagogue. Now, these Jews were more noble than those in Thessalonica. They received the word of Paul examining the scriptures to see if these things were so. Many of them.
She's actually demonstrating great theory of mind by not completely invalidating Candace's perspective, but offering more merit to justify her own perspective. But she's also saying, I get wanting to, that this is her way of working through it and trying to find justice. Allie-Beth just thinks that she's being reckless in it, which I would agree with, even though at the same time, I'm glad that there's attention on it, because it's I don't really trust government investigations to be fair or unbiased. And it's not I don't know, but it also could be very plausible that this is a kid who was radicalized and thought they were fighting someone who wanted their love to die. That's very plausible to me too. There's a lot of people who are just looking for a reason to kill, looking for a reason to go out in flames. And once they find a reason, it's kind of arbitrary, but they're just going to roll with it.
Okay. And therefore believed with not a few Greek women of high standing as well as men. But when the Jews from Thessalonica learned that the word of God was proclaimed by Paul at Berea, also they came there too, agitating and stirring up the crowd. So that's kind of an aside that we can maybe analyze more at length later on. But I did think it was interesting at the beginning of Acts 17, we read that Paul shares the gospel to Jewish people in Thessalonica, and the Jews in Thessalonica, we read, got really angry. And they caused an uproar. And
it's generally like my view that anyone who's attractive, they're not bad people, they're attractive. So if you could just get on board.
Then when those who were willing to seek the truth and actually discern what is true believed in this gospel, those that didn't like the gospel, they got angry about it.
Yeah.
And they started agitating, and they
just wait, I
didn't
haven't
like
even
that
whipped
those
out
who
the
were
Psalter.
seeking truth found the actual truth in Jesus that set them free. And so we see this kind of juxtaposition in Acts 17 of the true discernment and the wisdom of the Bereans versus this emotionalism and reaction of the Thessalonians, and how the Thessalonians were actually angry at the true discernment and the belief of the Bereans. So that's just interesting. Read Acts 17. But I love that part in verse 11 that the Bereans examined the scriptures daily to see if these things were so. So they didn't just listen to Paul and Silas and said, wow, that sounds good. That's intuitively right. I've got a hunch that that's right. But they examined the word of God.
All attractive
to
people
see if
are
what
good
they
in my
were
book.
saying matched with what the prophets said, matched with what their scriptures said. They wanted to see if these things were true.
Don't be like that.
In our Let Them
so
episode, when I
show a little
examined
respect.
Mel Robbins' Let Them theory, if there's something good and biblical to redeem from it and what we should toss out as Christians. And we talked about the word discern. Discern is used a lot.
I pray for
and I love
discern all the
etymology. So
time.
what does it actually mean? Christians have a responsibility to discern, and we get this word discern from the Latin word discernere, which I don't have my Latin accent up to date, so hopefully you understand me. And that means to separate or to sift apart. So discern is to separate
I know,
or
I'm
to
saying
sift.
that.
To sift comes from Old English, and it is when something passes through a sieve or a fine mesh sleeve, a strainer
you think
to
they're a
keep
grifter,
what you
I
want
think
to
they're
keep
not
and
a
let
grifter
go of
because
what
they're
you want to let
attractive, is
go of.
my
So for the Christian, the
retort to you.
strainer for every idea, concept, and philosophy is the word of God. That's what we see with the Bereans. That's what it should still be true for us today. The only inerrant, infallible, and God-breathed written authority that we have. That is our...
Yeah, you haven't individuated, and you lack individuation. Yes. And theory of mind. Not see, that's you more demonstrating a lack of theory of mind. Okay. I can understand that you didn't cry over Charlie. That's great. But you can't understand that people did. See, it's a two-way. This is like once upon a time I used the term reality match. It's a fucking waste of time to really like try to sync up your perception and then whack a hammer into people until they conform to your perception. You're much more likely to change people's views by just demonstrating a better way of being than whatever. I don't know. I don't even know.
Sifting mechanism. So to discern, as we are called to do, means we're not just about seeing two options and choosing the right one over the wrong one. It's also about carefully separating the good from the bad and the good from the best.
Okay.
About distinguishing between...
So your opinion is that everyone else is sheeple. They only felt sad by the video of someone's neck being exploded in HD. They only felt sad because they were told to. And unlike the sheeple, you are individuated and have lots of theories of lots of minds. Wait, are we disregarding what Ruby just said or everything? Whoa! Holy shit. Giddy up. It's Jesus Christ, people. Like, I can't get through a 13-minute clip without everyone arguing about the clip from before. All right, whatever. Okay, whatever. Nobody cares. Fine. Goodbye. Just kidding. We can move on to Nick Fuentes. Fentanyl OD with Nick Fuentes and Dasha. Did I make one for Dasha? I think this is my last infographic. And then we're basically through the things that I wanted to talk about, and I'll drop the link. Okay? And we can continue watching this if anyone wants to. But yes, be respectful on the panel. No, I can't talk about certain things. And yeah, no more interpersonal life drama. We talk about topics, okay? We're gonna start talking about topics that aren't my wacky little life. King's still here. Maybe they were sad because they watched Gore. Not everyone is like has been on Best Gore 24/7 jacking off since they were 3 years old, like you. Okay, some people are still disturbed when they see that. I've never seen anything like that in my life. So yeah, shook. I was shook. I was shook when I saw it. Yes. Most of you rushed to your screen to watch. All right, you're not the sheeple. You're superior. All hail the morally pure distinction. Good job.
I'm in the street. What are you talking about?
$2 dono. The famous $2 dono from Montiero.
you
Shout
have
out
security.
from
You have
D-Dog.
you have a detail.
I do, yes.
Number one chatter.
And
I deserve
probably
mod,
also
not a
wouldn't,
chance.
like,
You deserve to barely
make an appearance in front of a
Oh.
large crowd at
No,
this
you-
point.
Yeah, at this
You're
stage
fine,
in the
but just
game,
not
I'm very careful
I'm
because
over that
you know what
mod.
happened with Charlie Kirk is
Ah,
in case
I
you
don't
weren't
wish-
careful.
great,
I
the
hate
Charlie
to say
Kirk news
that
is
because it
really
sounds like
happening.
victim blaming, but look, like Trump got shot from a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie did this event in a pit where there's like
All right.
rooftops that are
So
accessible
no one,
on
it's
foot. He didn't
totally
need a ladder.
crazy.
So
Yeah, but I think nobody could
Um,
have seen that coming.
it's just
You
like
just don't
crazy.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's why
the
it's
thing.
not
Oops.
careful. And
Right.
like,
Oh, I have this open in like 2 tabs. Was I just saying? All right. Anyway, stop. Like, oh my God, some people were impacted by it. Distinction thinks that's literally implausible to him. It's more likely that everyone on Q is like, wait, they said to be sad? Okay, let me grab my tear stick. Gulp, 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 gulp. Wee! Like, whatever. We need a prayer. I need to. Lord! All right. I've been loving this book. It's by it's Spiritual Psalter, which is like a collection of Psalms, basically. Reflections on God from the writings of Saint Ephraim of Syria. Okay? And then we'll get back to it. But I need to reset, and I was going to read this earlier, but I didn't. Okay. And this is this one's dedicated to myself because I related to it. 10. I didn't need to read the 10, sorry. I cannot manage my own self. I cannot manage my own self. Yeah. Grant me the spirit of repentance. Hallelujah. Before thy glory, O Christ, my Savior, I will announce all my misconduct. Welcome to my channel. And confess the infinitude of thy mercies, which thou pourest upon me according to thy kindness. From my mother's womb I began to grieve thee, and utterly I have disregarded thy grace, for I have neglected my soul. Thou, O my master, according to the multitude of thy mercies, has regarded all my wickedness with patience and kindness. Thy grace has lifted up my head, but daily it is brought low by my sins. I related to this because it's talking about like pathologically self-destructive behavior, and not being able to control yourself and asking Lord for help. Ruby, fall back on distinction. You know he's a genuine guy. Your Brits bring his thoughts to the table. What? I'm not. He's not gonna get. I enjoy his chat contributions. contributions. Sorry. All right. Okay. But hey, why don't you say distinction? Fall back on Ruby. You know she's a genuine gal, just bringing her thoughts to the table. But thank you for the $5. Very much appreciated. I need a sip of Diet Coke. All right, back to my reading. Bad habits entangle. This was the part I super under was like, oh, this is bars. Bad habits entangle me like snares, and I rejoice at being thus bound. I sink to the very depths of this evil, and it delights me. Daily, the enemy gives me new shackles, for he sees how this variety of bonds pleases me. The fact that I'm bound by my own desires should provoke weeping and lamentation, shame and disgrace. And yet more terrible is the fact that I bind myself with the shackles that the enemy places upon me, and I slay myself with the passions that give him pleasure. Oh, thanks for being a member for 6 months. Ruby's what? How come he can be like, what? I'm a passionate bitch. Oh my gosh. I'm a passionate bitch. The fact that I'm bound by my own desires should I slay myself with the passions that give him pleasure. Although I know how dreadful these shackles are, I hide them behind a noble appearance from all who might see. I appear to be robed in the beautiful clothes of reverence. Oh wait, robed, not robbed. I appear to be robed in the beautiful clothes of reverence, but my soul is entangled with shameful thoughts. For all who might see, I am reverent, but inside I am filled with all manners of indecency. How pitiful I am, and how pitiful is my daily repentance, for it has no firm foundation. Every day I lay a foundation for the building, and again with my own hands I demolish it. My repentance has not even made good beginning yet. Still, there is no end to my wicked negligence. I've become a slave to passions, to the evil will of the enemy who destroys me. Who will give the water to my head and the fount to my eyes for tears, so that I may never weep before thee, O merciful God, that thou mightest send thy grace and draw me, a sinner, out of the sea, furious with the waves of sin, that hourly convulses my soul. For my desires are worse than wounds that cannot be bandaged. It's almost done, people, okay? And I'm going back to the slop. Chill. I wait hoping for my repentance, and I deceive myself with this vain promise until my death. Ever do I say, I will repent, but never do I repent. My words give the appearance of heartfelt repentance, but indeed I am always far from the repentance. What will happen to me in the day of the trial when God unveils all things in his court? Certainly I shall be sentenced to torment. If here I have not moved thee to mercy, O my judge, by my tears, I hope on thy mercies, O Lord. I fall at thy feet and beseech thee. Grant me the spirit of repentance and lead my soul out of the dungeon of iniquity. May a ray of light shine on my mind before I go to the terrible judgment which awaits me, where there is no opportunity to repent of one's wicked deeds. Amen to that. I personally found that to be relatable, like a good little self call out of like how futile my efforts feel sometimes. So thank you, King. Great ability to liven up chat even when her whoa! Vibrator. Are we talking sex chat right now? What's going on? Take a drink for every second to take a ski review. Yeah, he's enjoying the panel life. Nobody's doing panel. People are thirsty for panel action. I get it. All right, I may as well just drop the link. Whatever. What was I even covering at this point? I don't remember. Oh, I guess Nick Fuentes, but anyway, I love that last infographic, then I'm dropping the link. And we're lacking in pet pictures, but I do have. Shit. Oh, I have two. I have two pet pictures. Anyway, this is Dasha. And Dasha actually first hit people's timelines back in 2018 when she appeared on one of the like on the street college interviews of InfoWars. And people thought she was very hilarious during it and kind of unbothered and trolling them back. And it went pretty viral. And later that year, she launched the podcast Red Scare with Anna, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, who was actually in New Haven and came to my job somewhat recently. Started as a Dirtbag Left podcast, which is like what Vaush and like Xander Hall were trying to do. And that appealed to me for a moment because I was becoming disillusioned with like, you know, the excesses of identity politics. But I wasn't really comfortable being like full-blown reactionary as I am now. Okay. Even though I honestly feel very politically homeless at this point. But she was also born in Belarus and raised in Vegas. So that's Dasha. That's Queen Dasha. And I enjoy following her on social media. I've been following her for quite some time. And yeah, so she got, because of having Nick Fuentes on Red Scare, she was let go from her talent agency. So I'm curious. I'm going to drop the link. I'm curious to hear what people's thoughts are on that. And yeah, let's see what happens. So here we go. Wait, where's my link? I didn't do my little link. Oh wait, let me do Celebrity Pets because it's gonna be a short one anyway. Sorry, I don't know how to fucking use this sidebar. So annoying. All right. All right. Welcome to Celebrity Pets. This week, we've got Pipey. This is a Dalmatian dog. He has two dogs. One is named Maple and one is named Piper, but he just calls her Pipey. And then we have the true Ruby. The Truby, you could say. The Ruby that preceded this Ruby. I'm named my namesake. Me. Here I am. That's my mom's dog Ruby, looking cute. Out just going for a little walk situation. And we have our first panelist. Welcome to the stage, Gamer.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What's new? I heard you were on Boy Outlaws last night. I was gonna watch, but it was I ended up just listening to some music and falling asleep.
Yeah, I was arguing with this woman named Latin AI or something. I don't know.
Huh. Latin AI. I wonder who that is. Where do we submit topics? Great question, Melanie. You can either post them on in a reply on my Twitter or on Discord.
Is King coming up on this panel?
What's up?
King coming up on this panel?
He's welcome to. Anyone is welcome to come up as
he?
long as I'm not in any kind of active legal situation with them and they're willing to not talk about that situation, even though I get the temptation. I get it. Good. Shut the fuck up, dude. Bro, the real name is so out here. Imagine being labeled a pet of boy. Yeah, imagine. It's an honor. Please listen to Native. Fuck. All right, welcome, Gamer of the Damned 2.
Who's this?
It's Gamer of the Damned.
Hello. Who's this one? Who are you?
Excuse me.
This is Stinky Brew. Pretends to be me again, isn't it?
Stinky Bro.
Yes, it is. It's Stinky Brew. I know it.
It's not Stinky Bro.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I'm
Yes, it is.
Gamer of the Damned.
No. You're Stinky Brew. I've got to put my camera on.
All right. I don't know
lighting.
who's who right now.
I'm the real me.
All right. So I see Stinky Brew. I'm just kidding. All right. So this gamer is having an advantage in seeming real to the other gamer just because of the fact that he is showing his face.
I'm Gamer of the Damned.
Stinky Brew.
I am Gamer of the Damned.
More like gamer of the band. All right. What's up, Stinky Brew?
Stinky Brew.
I've got my.
How you doing? You alright, Ruby?
Yeah, never better. What's
Fucking
up?
what's the state of that?
All right, look. Now we've got
What's
our panels cooking.
Yep.
How's it going?
I'll come back in a bit, Ruby.
All right.
Yeah, I'll come back in a bit.
Ruby talked all that ish to me, and then does Jeremy style content 5 minutes later. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Jeremy invent panels just because no one else is doing it right now, and he picked up that slot? Distinction. Do you want a panel up? Or are you scared?
I don't think Jeremy's done panels today. I think he streamed off the YouTube app itself.
That's why everyone was like, panel. We want a panel. What are you watching, Justin?
I don't know.
I reckon.
Mind if you just turn the volume out just like a little bit?
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. Turn it down a little bit.
Okay, thank you. What's new?
I did pretty good. I did some StreamYard videos on my channel, which is cool.
Oh, yeah?
I did the videos right on StreamYard.
Nice. What kind of videos are you doing lately?
Quite a bit of stuff.
Nice. Nice.
But if I look at my channel right here, I'm at 390 videos.
Wow. That is a lot of videos. That's a lot of hard work and dedication. So I respect the grind. Respect the grind. I respect the growth of the channel. That reminded me though. This is gonna be a little topic reference point. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, BB, for the super sticker.
This thing is like
very thank you. Thank you. I will I'll look at that on my phone so I can see it because it doesn't show on StreamYard, but much appreciated. So I was gonna talk a bit about addiction and live streaming. And these were the things that popped into my head of the downsides that could exacerbate addiction. As two content creators here on my panel, what do you guys think about that?
It's all covered.
Kind of weird. I learned how to do like StreamYard videos from StreamYard. Basically, you record a video and then you just download it. Okay.
Oh, there's Stinky Brew.
That's how it works.
Look at him. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, being. Where did I want to say?
Oh wait, I was gonna. Yeah, Stinky Brew. Do you have any thoughts on like? You watch other streamers? You see that it can go hand in hand with like substance abuse and alcohol. What do you think? Do you think streaming can make it worse, or can it be done without doing that?
Nah, I think what happened to my first stream, I was absolutely steaming.
What do you think about my other videos I posted?
Take your breath away.
The one I did a StreamYards on.
We can check that out.
Whatever. Yeah, we'll look at it later. Anyway, you're being weird. So yeah, basically what it is yeah, you know when you're drinking and stuff like that, and you go on stream. That's what I did. My first stream, I was doing artwork. You know,
Oh yeah.
all my artwork. I was doing all that in the
The
background.
AI artwork with the AI stream. I'm just kidding.
You go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself. It's all my artwork. And
I know.
basically, I
You're
just
very talented. That's why I got a lot of people.
steaming drunk. I went on stream and I went with the Thorpes, and then that was it. Then
Yeah.
I'm part of that fucking sector. I'm part of your sector.
Yeah, people, it's like you just put yourself online, you kind of get sucked into like different.
Yeah, that's it.
places,
You get
know,
sucked
and-
in, and that's it. You're part of it. And
Yeah,
then
you become
You get
familiarized with
sucked
other
into
people. It's
anything
hard to
nowadays.
Yeah, but you do gamer. You've done the same thing with Local Live, and then the
Yeah, I
Thorpes
got.
thing. You
I
sort of
wasn't
get
planning to be on Local Live when I first saw
Yeah.
it. I just went on that Discord and then I just happened to call in
Yeah,
on a show
boom,
when
there
Buzzy
you go.
done
It
the
happens.
Spirit Board.
That's the way it works. But I'm a pure British person who loves Britain, no matter what. Fuck America.
With the
and all that.
clip. Good.
I think this guy's getting too comfortable. With all due respect, he's a nice guy, but I think he's getting too comfortable. He's burping.
Oh!
Good.
Dude, dude.
Sorry.
No,
Okay,
it's
Ruby.
Sorry. It's fine. Just if you don't mind, we're just
I-
trying
I-
to stay
I-
on topic. But
Yeah,
we can, you know, we can just watch the video
Nose,
right now.
don't shave, don't.
But
you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Burp on
Yeah, I
camera,
wonder.
you're alright.
I wonder if they clipped it, the live stream.
Maybe I'll clip it on Celebrity Clips, or someone will.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. Justin.
Any more clips going on that channel?
It's been a little less active. I actually made a video for it earlier, but I have to re-segue into focusing on new sectors that aren't so toxically engaged.
What's happening anyway, Ruby? What's up with you and D-Dog and that? Do you want to talk about that or not?
I mean, obviously it's been a very like up and down relationship, but we are speaking, and I think we'll give it maybe
You
one.
chatting?
Yeah, we are chatting. We're chatting right now.
Yeah, after what he was saying the other day, though, you know what I mean? About, you know, I'm not saying, hey, I'm not the person to fucking dictate whose relationship.
Oh yeah, no, he's got a lot of really horrible.
He's got a lot of things that he's got to answer for, Hen.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why I'm a very forgiving person, but it's especially watching everything again yesterday. I was
It
upset with
hurts,
him
doesn't
all
it?
over again because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I'm like literally maybe I'm smoking too much weed and I'm like forgetting how bad it was, but
The more times you watch it, sweetheart, the more times you're thinking, am I a fucking idiot or what?
yeah,
No,
absolutely.
guarantee it.
Well, I already knew it was like, I mean, someone showed me a crack pipe and I signed up for it. So it's not like I have great, discretion
What crack
skills.
pipe? What are you about? Who are you, King Tiao? What's happening? What are you about?
No, I'm just saying I have poor judgment. It's an example. Even if I know something's bad for me, I'll usually I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's the type
King's
of
not
thing we
a
was
crack
going.
pipe.
King,
He's the other one.
gamer. Exactly what she's on about. It's like if a crack pipe shows up, maybe you should probably walk away from that situation. But Ruby's in the position where she probably wouldn't. You know what I mean? That's what she's trying to say.
Also, he
I
acts
think
like a lot
she'll walk
different
away
off of
from it
stream. So it's like
eventually.
I don't know. I would hang out one more time off stream, and then that's my last try with that.
I'm good.
Good luck next time.
No, Ruby was just doing this.
Dude, I can't
Picking his
believe
nose again.
Bro.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him. He's
Bro.
fucking doing my head in. Seriously. Ruby, I'm not being funny, bro. He fucking shaved in front of you. He burped in front of you. He's doing my fucking Sweden. He's taking the piss, mate. He's taking the piss.
Chat. I think he
I
might
think he's
be a
joking.
little-
I think he seriously knows what he's doing. I thought it was just a fucking monk that didn't know what he was doing, but I think he is. I think he does know what he's doing.
I mean,
Well,
the nose
he
picking
does
just
come up
escalated like
tunnel
so
every
rapidly.
time. He's like, "Can I come up, please?" When you know it's open, it's going to be an open panel.
Yeah.
He's like asking all over again.
This is the eternal question that I have in this community. Is it a troll or autism? It's so hard to tell sometimes. You know?
Can I ask you a massive question here, Ruby?
Sure.
Right? Was it correct about D-Dog? Was I right?
Right about
in
what?
a weird way. You know, when I turned around and said, listen, it's going to cause you more aggro than it's worth. Was I correct?
No shit. Oh, the hot take that was a toxic choice in relationship. Hot take. It's not like literally everyone said that. And
Yeah,
I
but why are
verbalized
you
that.
doing that? Why are you saying like, yes?
Because
yeah,
obviously it
a
was
hot take.
doing something for me in the moment. I don't want to be explicit, but like, holy shit. Everyone
You
needs
really
to step
love
off
that
my
guy.
dick.
Honest to God. No bull.
All right. This is why I said no more talking about my personal life. Goodbye. All right, kick.
He gone.
Nose picking. I can't do this anymore. All right, great episode. Goodbye. I just can't.
No,
That was
don't.
amazing.